happen with Rangy and Karen for them to cause this divide thing? Because I think there's a divide, but they basically do near enough the same thing. Just in different ways. They still segregate, no matter what.
Yeah, they talk behind closed doors, basically.
100%.
What's Rangy done now?
Oh, God.
Well, Charlotte came forward yesterday. She had to go to the police over him and he got arrested. He was promising her all kinds, then turned on her.
Charlotte?
Yeah?
She did you?
Hi, Darren. So basically, yeah, so obviously I go to Darren's life as well sometimes. I also been going through my case with my kids.
Yeah.
And anyway, Raji was like saying to me that he will get my kids back, he'll come to court with me and stuff like that. At that time,
Yo, gee, stop rattling the paper.
Because of my autism and stuff like that, social services were like 50-50 at that time. They didn't know what to do. Would they want to put support in, or would they chance of leaving the kids in my care? So Raji was like, it was a group called the Warriors that we joined, and he kept on saying that he would get my kids back, and then he was asking me to send all the court papers to him and stuff like that.
Did you send them?
No.
Good girl.
When obviously I went to get my advocate because the message that he was sending was really vile. I had to have my number changed. My advocate took a picture. She reported it to the police, and then my advocate then said to write back to him and say you don't want to work with him no more. And then he started sending messages back saying he knows where I live and stuff like this.
Okay.
And so then I've lost my kids over the fact of my autism and plus of the safeguarding of my children.
Yeah, you don't have to go into that one. You don't have to. Do you know what it is, right? The only person to get your children back is yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody should be promising to get your children back. No one's got a magic wand, okay? Mm-hmm. They haven't. So if someone says, send your documents, do not. If someone says to get your children back, they're full of shit. TikTok shop.
Yeah.
Justice will tell you that.
But what I don't get though, Darren, is that when I reported it to the police, when my advocate reported it to the police because of my vulnerability, he came with me and reported it to the police. The police said that there was hardly no evidence to prove that he was doing it to any other people at that time, and they had to close my case. But what they did was they put me on a child protection, a vulnerable adult, which went to social services. Now I'm on the safeguarding now for the rest of my life because of him.
Do you know what I think you need to do, Charlotte?
Yeah.
See where you've compiled all this evidence and you've seen it through TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, cases can be reopened. So, you know that case where they said that he wasn't affecting anybody else and all this la-di-da?
Yeah.
You now take it to the police and you turn around and say, I have reason to believe that you're protecting him because I've seen him affect this many people with my own eyes. And I just wondered how you missed it under your radar system, seeing as you're meant to be more vigilant than me, seeing as you're the police.
But what I did get told when I was...
Video it or something. You need to get their attitudes because, you know, a lot of their... It's not what they do say, it's what they don't say.
Yeah, but what I did get told from my social worker, because obviously I have to have an adult social worker now for safeguarding reasons because of that, is that this guy, he's a nonce and he's a pedo.
If he's involved with the grooming gangs, and that's obvious.
So my social worker's got like information on him already.
Even with them, if he's involved with them grooming gangs, let's remember, when you go back to it, if you've watched all the documentaries and things like that, if you've listened to all the girls' accounts, especially the victims, Labour police, as well as them grooming gangs, they were all involved. They were involved in it together and conspiring, sticking up, making sure people were protected in order to carry it on. It was...
Charlotte, there's a lady in the live, right? Yeah, Crown prosecution, right?
Yeah, I spoke to her yesterday.
Yeah, she spoke to her last night.
I was going to say, because she'd be the first port of call.
Yeah, she said to me
Yeah,
that
she spoke to
she
her
said
last
to me
night. I got her on her.
She said to me yesterday, the Crown prosecutor person I spoke to, she said that she was going to speak to my social worker to see what more information she knows.
She's in the live now, Charlotte. She
I
is.
know, I can see her. Michelle, I didn't realise you'd already spoken. I was just going to send you your
Yeah,
way.
well, what it was, I was live last night doing some awareness on him, and Charlotte came in and was like, "That's Reggie." I was like, "No, it's Rangy," and she jumped in the box, and Crown Prosecution happened to be in the live at the time, so it was a shock to us all.
He's probably got a good few names, you know, a lot more than we realise.
Yeah.
You're not the first and you won't be the last. Unfortunately.
We need to connect all the names for all the reports, and they need to be connected into one person.
Into one big file.
It's huge,
Yeah.
by the sounds of it.
Definitely.
And whatever police and MPs are protecting him as well, because there will be them. You need to find out who they are.
Sure.
That's the only way you're ever going to stop it, is to find out the backbite. You need to find the organ grinder.
I pulled away from him 2 years ago.
I pulled away. You were in the groups when I started pulling away, because it was always the same talk night after night. Nothing seemed to accumulate into anything. That's why I thought, you know what, I'm wasting my time.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coffee Cup, right, give some information out the other day to somebody. I can't say who, obviously. So the person acted up on what he said and got the child back.
Did they?
Yeah. I'm not saying he could do that for everyone, but...
It happens in the minute ways. You're going to lose, you're going to win, you're going to lose, you're going to win. There's only one way to win within these high courts and these family courts. We need to shut them down. That's the only way we all win. Never mind just one or two. We need to all stick together. We're not looking for one or two kids to come out of care while they keep 1,000. Because that's what they're doing. They're letting a few out with the odd hope that we stick to their system, and the hope that we will still play in the courts, on the hope that we won't predict a riot.
Well, I've just got a solicitor this afternoon to discharge a care order on my children, because I've had a fucking enough, to be honest with you, TikTok shop.
Yeah, because you're going to start a riot. That's why they'll give you your kids back now, because now they'll let everyone else think if they do what you did, then they'll be in with that chance, but they won't be.
You've got to stand up to them at the end of the day.
I know you got to, but it takes us all to stand up to the whole system, and not only few people that get... See, when some people get their kids back now, they'll just shut up because they got their kids back. Now then people are still left in it.
Yeah.
That's the problem with this. That's what I've been screaming about the whole time, and no one wanted to listen to me about. You can let a few out, but what about the rest? What about the thousands you're leaving behind for the two you're letting out?
Well, it's got to be done.
It's got to be done properly.
Of course it has.
Where it's fair on everybody. Do you know what I mean? You can't just leave thousands there just to get a few out. It's horrible, because they're the ones that are left there, the ones that are truly suffering.
It's the children that's traumatised.
Exactly,
sure.
they're suffering.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Look at all the things that are going on. Look at the care homes. Look at all these rich people making money on them. Look at the fact MPs don't have CRPs, yet they got keys to care homes.
Oh, Justice, I'll tell you what, right, I was looking at their rates of pay and what they get. It's not just the wages, it's everything else on top. They get like, you like your childcare when you're at work. They get like 6.5 to 7 grand for their childcare.
But what for? Because they can't be bothered to go.
Because you can't be asked.
If you're an MP, and you've got a woman pregnant and she's had your baby, you're earning enough money for her to stay at home and look after your kid. Why do you need 6-7 grand, you greedy git?
Exactly. It's crazy.
They're sacrificing it. And why is she going to work if you're earning that much?
Aye. £300 a night hotels.
Mate, I'm not being funny or nothing, Darren. Let's say you're my husband, yeah? Let's take this for instance. You're my husband. We've got a packet of kids already. You're earning 6-7 grand a month. Are you going to let me out the door to work? So I leave your kids with God knows who?
Yeah, exactly. No way. No chance.
You'll be turning around telling me, like, I earn enough. You stay home so I know my kids are looked after, please. And then you just deal with the house. Do what you're meant to do.
Yeah, if you're both at work and your child's in nursery, one's doing part-time, one's full-time, happy days.
It is, but then if you've got too much money in, there's these people with over money that still want to be. You're greedy, mate. I'm sorry. You don't need all the money in the world when you. Some people don't know the word sacrifice for your young. You don't need to have all the riches, all the golds, all the hair, all the nails, all the eyelashes when you're a mum.
No, you don't.
When you're a mum is to be baby sick and be cleaning. So why do you
you're not even supposed to have that on your body anyway when you've got a young child.
How can you change a nappy with big nails on? And how are you
big nails? Exactly. Well, I want to be pushing the best designer pram round. It's fucking mental, it is.
I was a bit like that. I did have a bit of buggy vanity. I'm not going to lie. I did have that.
But I suppose you do if you're young, like, so. But I don't see the point. You know, as long as the bear's warm, well fed, happy, took care of, job's done. You know what I mean? Educated, that's it. You know what I mean? It's just, it's all gone mental. I can't believe you, Charlotte. Honest to God, I can't believe well, I can in a way, but that can't be happening. That can't be allowed to be happening.
No, well, he was meant to have gone live last night at 8 o'clock and he didn't. So, you know, we think it's because Charlotte, you know, come up and come forward, so it may have flew him a bit.
It's only right, though.
Yeah.
Can't be treated like that.
Like I say, I think a big file needs to be put together.
Everyone that's gone through what Charlotte's gone through there, and I know there's a few because we've had them on our lives, and it all needs to be collected because that's just ridiculous. That.
I mean, I just think it's a matter of time now before he is actually. You know, you just need to keep throwing whatever you've got and keep throwing it in there against him.
Everyone in the comments, right, if you're going through social services, right, no one's got a magic wand. You've got to do the work yourselves to get your children home. If somebody comes to you and says, I can promise I can get your children home, take no notice, walk away.
Loads of rubbish. I had to do all my pregnancy proving. And I won my daughter in court because I'd stuck to what they wanted me to do.
I mean, when I do a live, I don't turn around and say, I can get your kids back. Because I know I can't.
No.
It's been coming out the same spiel.
You can give information and you know, what you've experienced or what, you know, that may help them a little.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But everyone's in their life, they're all talking, right? They can relate to something. They all can relate to something. And then somebody might have said, well, this worked for me. And maybe it'll work for that person. And it's the knowledge that's the power.
Yeah.
It's the
but
knowledge.
When you've got vulnerable people who are so desperate and the likes of him comes along, he's just like their saviour, isn't he?
That's the problem. Yeah.
Yep.
But it needs to stop.
So where's the support more for these vulnerable people as well? You know, that's...
Well, but everyone that's got a child in the system are vulnerable. Mothers, fathers, they're all.
Your water's gone, Caitlin. Oh God, I think my mate's waters are broken. Sorry.
Charlotte, you know, later on, if I send you my number, can I talk to you privately?
Yeah.
Thanks, one.
Oh my God, I forgot what I was going to say when you said that, Linz.
Caitlin, will you tell me? She just said, I took the dogs for a walk and guess what happened? So I'm like, water's gone. Please.
Go on, girl. Go on. Breathe and push not yet. Just go on.
This May baby will be lovely.
And what a beautiful day.
We took the dogs for a wee. You said she dry.
Now start twerking. You need to get the twerk on, girl.
No, I've got it wrong. Sorry, people. She is 2 centimetres, though. She is 2 centimetres dilated.
So is her water's already gone?
No, she went today. Baby's head down now, gauged. She had a sweep, and she's 2 centimetres, so But she is booked in for Monday to be started off anyway. So
I don't blame her. She's in the safest place possible.
she's petrified, bless her. Dance, I said that.
That's what I
Dance.
said.
Come on, Kate, let's bop. I can put Jerusalem on.
Yeah. You know what you should do? What do you do with big fat butt? Get wiggling. Come on.
See, Charlotte open answered the comments, and she's gone through the same sort of stuff.
I know,
Yeah,
yes, I met Open Heart. If it weren't for Queen Michelle, me and Paul in the comments, Observer, we'd have sold our kidneys to him by now. We were going to end up in a group call with him and everything on how we can support him.
It's not him that needs the support, though. That's the thing. It's not him that needs the support. It's the mothers that need the support. It's the fathers that need the support. It's the wider community. I don't mean to be rude, but what's a cup of coffee going to do?
He's asking for £3 for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, but what's a cup of coffee going to do?
For real.
What is a cup of coffee going to do? And I don't mean to be rude again. What is just driving up and down a motorway, going in car parks going to do? You're not arranging no meetups. You're not arranging no meetups outside courtrooms, outside social workers' offices. You're not arranging it all to go all over the country all in one day so we close all the courts down or anything. So tell me what your cup of coffee's doing.
No, it is justice, right? We come up with a plan, right? We pick a day, right? And we pick a local authority, and everyone stands out, each local authority on the same day.
That's what I think should happen, Durham. This is what I've been calling for.
Not everyone can get to one central point, and it always seems to be London.
We should be outside. You see the family courts?
The family courts,
be outside them doors, not letting any operation happen until her cases are heard. You're not having more cases go in that door. You're not taking more kids until you return the ones you've already taken. And do you know what else I want to campaign for? To have that family court shut down completely because it's a closed court. Why ain't it in magistrate court or in Crown Court? If we're meant to be criminals, shouldn't we be in magistrates?
I've said that all along. Everything they accuse us of is a crime.
I've been saying it a long time, Durham, as well, and I've been banging my head up against a brick wall because everyone seems to think, you're just violent, you're just this, you just want to start riots. Yes, I do. They stole my kids.
Do you know what it is, Justice? If you was to put a jury inside the family court, right, and run like a Crown Court or whatever, 9 out of 10 you're walking out the courts with them children because the bullshit's not going to wash in front of a jury.
Since I've started not bowing down to them and you shouting my mouth off, and when they try to tell me, oh, you can't do this, you can't do it. Who are you, God? I've even turned around and said to me, when it comes to swearing an oath, get me the 17th century Bible out, because I don't know what them words are in them pages.
What they seem to forget, right, they're the children's social worker. They're not our social workers. They're the children's social workers.
They're not even the children's. They're not even for them. They're there.
That's what they are.
They're social workers for their own pockets. That's all they socially work is money. They do not socially work anything else.
Well, we all know that.
There's no social care. There's no social anything. It's not even social. It's so antisocial. Like, it deserves an ASBO.
Well, I'm definitely discharging the order on my children. It's as simple as that. I'm not letting them get away with it any longer. I haven't seen them for 2 years. They're still in the same fucking foster placement. They haven't even gone for adoption.
I don't even know if...
The problem's gone there. There's no one shouting at them, I want my kids back, because they've unalived themselves. And they go home, they sit down, right, and they carry on life as normal. They don't give a shit. They've got no heart, no empathy. They're runguns. They are pure runguns.
They are. When I came to fight online for this, the fight I wanted to do, say even like that, what's her name? That LA woman, that Miss Bloody social worker, loves the sound of her own voice. She did my head in. Telling everyone, keep going to court, keep going to court. It's like, you want to keep paying these buggers how many times to get the same result? It doesn't work. I've been there. I've been doing it 17 years to keep going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. The more times you'll keep going in and out of court, in and out of court, you're just wasting more time for them to keep them. It's just gatekeeping.
In and out of court is generating money and money and more money.
In their pockets, not in yours, in theirs.
Yeah.
Hence why I refuse to go to court now. When they say, oh, you got to go to court, you got this. No! I'm not giving you any more money. I'm not going to court. I'll tell you what I'll do. One day I'll show up outside your house. How about that?
I imagine that.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not giving you not a bloody penny. When you say, is your name Jodie Green? I don't know. I'm dead at sea, mate. No, I ain't. I don't know who I am because you declared me dead. So I'm standing here a ghost, didn't I? Same as you are and you are and you are. We're all ghosts. Ghosts try and ghosts. You can't try a dead man, can you?
They know where they are, but they won't fucking tell you.
The mermaids at sea have got them, apparently.
Missing in the system.
They're just money generating for the system. It isn't even missing. They're being toyed with and money generating. They're just money generating tools. That's what humans are, a tool to make money. It's slavery. It was meant to be abolished. Any form of slavery, trafficking, all that kind of stuff was meant to be abolished. It wasn't meant to be rebranded. And that's another thing I've been highlighting for years. It's trafficking.
Well,
and all
money's
this
changing
is
hands
slavery.
all the time, so
and how can the UK get this? You know, when all the MPs go, oh, vote for me. Britain was the one that stopped slavery, you know. No, you didn't.
That's all
Why
they
are you
want
lying
to
for?
vote. So they can keep the big fat jobs.
Yeah, but why lie? How can people vote for something that they blatantly know is a lie?
Yeah. They don't give a shit how much
You got old women, you got old men and old women left on your NHS, like in stretchers and things like that. That's not working. Your police force ain't working. Your social services ain't working. Your GPs ain't working. So tell me where slavery is not in this country and they're claiming they've abolished something.
Rebranded, yeah.
It is rebranded. So don't you think we need to start bringing up, like, we actually need to bring that as the law? The law you said, you claim that you made, that you abolished and you done something about, is actually the biggest, fattest lie. Voluntary adoption then. Because no one volunteers to adopt. Make that make sense?
Yeah.
Could you name one person that would have a baby and say, yeah, I don't want it?
Nah.
I can't.
Nah.
So adoption in itself, never mind whether it be forced, voluntary or whatever else, I think should be abandoned, because I don't think adoption should be a thing. I think helping mothers should be a thing until, like, you know, because of postnatal depression and all that kind of stuff. I think we need to concentrate on our communities and the helping our communities and actually being community based again and not scared of your neighbours.
When was the last time you
had the resources or the money to help?
We wouldn't need the money if we just did it in the community.
Yeah, that's the problem. We haven't got community no more, have we?
We don't need that money. We could police our own community. We've got healers in our communities. We got midwives in our communities. What do we need the government for? No one realised that though, did they?
It's true. Back in my day, if you were struggling with anything, the neighbour would be in to help you.
You go to your grandma's, you go back to your nan. I've got this or that.
I say that, Durham Justice, all the time.
It's right.
You could go and get some spuds, eggs, anything. Now, no one will bloody help you.
This is the thing. What do you think we need to concentrate on more? We need to stop all the segregation. And I think as a nation, full nation, this is why I always use those Romanian people as a big example, because guess what they did? No matter where they was, they came from far and wide and they did whatever for them kids, right or wrong. And guess what? They got their kids back within days. Were they waiting years like us? No.
I've seen another angle with, you know, that Leeds. I mean, they took the kids from Leeds.
Yeah.
I saw a video today on TikTok, right, from a different angle. The way they dragged them kids out screaming was disgusting.
Do you know what I did? The way they did, they acted like prisoners. And how many of our kids have been treated like that? But no one said anything about it. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But only now when that happens to them and they get their kids back, because everyone's discussing how they manhandled them kids. But all our kids have been manhandled, still being manhandled, and no one will do anything about it. So don't you think we need to start screaming like they did, to be like, not ruin the streets? I'm not saying cause fires, I'm not saying do anything like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I am saying close down their operation of business. Don't let them earn a bloody penny until they hear us. If we stand outside them doors and not let any of them in, you can't earn, can you?
No, they can't. Prince, Justice, you not get sick of shouting. I do. I get sick of shouting it out, mate, but you've got to keep going, ain't you? until everyone starts listening. You know what really pisses me off, right, is, you know, the people who don't go through this, don't believe it, obviously, because they haven't got the experience of it, right? But they need to start opening their eyes, because a knock at the door could come off anything, referral from the school or whatever, and they're in your life. And these are the people that's got to. You see it all the time. They don't take your children for nothing. No, okay, they don't take your children for nothing, but they'll take your children off the back of a referral. And then once they've got your kids, their bullshit starts.
Absolutely.
To make sure they get to keep those children. We know they don't turn up at the door for nothing because somebody's rang them. The school's reported you. We know that.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. The bullshit starts once they're in your life.
Have you heard about the stories where they take the kids young and start brainwashing the kids to make the kids think that their parents actually essayed them and things like that when they never did?
Well, I'll tell you what, right? My children, right, couldn't wait to see us in contact, couldn't wait, right? And then all of a sudden they went from that to don't want to see mum and dad anymore. So what are you doing? You've obviously coerced them. Oh, by the way, social workers, coercion's a fucking crime, TikTok shop.
They've done that. I've heard them do that. I've heard them offer kids laptops.
Yeah,
to tell stories on their parents.
For coercion, look at your own, clean your own.
And you know what the worst thing was? I'll tell you
they turned my kids against me when I lost mine.
Recently, that happened to my friend, okay? Her daughter, because she thought her life would be better and she'd be able to do whatever she wants instead of living under rules, she put her and her sisters in care. But in order to try and put the final nail in the coffin, the social worker turns around and says to her, if you tell us more sort of thing, but not in layman's terms, we'll buy you a laptop. Guess what? She spilled on her mum. Guess what? They didn't even get her a laptop. Imagine that. You lie to them and they still don't get it.
Shit show. Absolute shit show. Well, Northeast area. Is it? Laura XO. Send me a follow. Right, I'm going to drop down because I got things to do. I only just got to see Charlotte shed the light.
Yeah.
Lindsay, you're welcome on my live anytime, just as you know you are.
Thank you. Thank you.
Charlotte, I'll send you my number, darling.
Okay, thank you.
Right, and you've always got...
Thank you for coming up. Thanks a lot.
All right. Right, ladies, take care, yeah?
Take care.
You take care too. Good luck with everything.
Bye.
Bye, Darren.
Bye-bye.
Oh, mate, this is a horrible subject.
I know.
No matter how whenever you try to dive into this subject, you can't get into it without going, ah! Oh, I can't.
Yeah, it's very deep, isn't it? Well, it's deep. It's a passionate thing, so it's... yeah, but...
Every time I tell myself I'll be calm,
you'll have some good support there now with Darren and Michelle. Prosecution online there, Princess Charlotte. So
thank you.
They'll... but yeah, it does it. This guy does need bringing down. He really does. He's on my mind, he is. Do you know what I mean? I can't get him off my mind. It's
niggling you, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
Got me niggling a bit. I'm sat here thinking this is fucked. No matter where you try to make things go forward and try to stop something, you got some idiot trying to stop it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop for a bit because my heart's just hurt.
I know. Need to go to the gym while it... I don't think it's going to get any cooler, is it? Yeah.
It might do, Liz. It might get cooler.
Push that baby out, Caitlin. Come on, girl. We need a baby.
Liz, you might have to sing to her.
Do you want me to sing, Caitlin? Should I sing for her? I'll put the mic on charge, Caitlin, and when I get back, I'll sing to Elodie, and I'll sing, come on. Oh, there's that banging down there. Come on, Elodie, we're waiting for you. I need to go the loo for a big fat poo. Da, 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 da. I don't know yet. I'm making one up, Caitlin.
Caitlin, I don't know what song she's singing.
I'm freestyling. Oh, Elodie, we're waiting for you. Your mum needs to hurry up and go the loo for a poo and push you out. Then everybody will come round to see you with presents. Maybe get your mum a pint of milk or two.
Do you know what they normally say that starts the labour off though? Sometimes they say to walk up and down the stairs.
I'm going to be the best auntie in the world. You don't need no one else. Just go, Lindsay, Lindsay, Lindsay. She'll know my name. She's heard it all through Caitlin's pregnancy. She knows my name. She doesn't know none of yours names. She only knows my name. So, Jessica, off you pop. Okay? Everyone else, off you pop. Elodie, here's my name. She knows my Lee's name. Do you know what I mean? And that says something. Yeah, I'm going to come over when I get back from the gym with my microphone and I'm going to sing to your belly, Caitlin. Do you reckon it'll get her going? Do you reckon, Charlotte, if I go over with my mic and sing like, not dead loud, but sing down her belly?
Yeah, or encourage her to walk up and down the stairs. That might help it.
You try encouraging Caitlin. She's one lazy bitch, mate. TikTok.
I don't know who Ali she is. Ali knows.
She sits on its ass eating all day. Do you know a poor fella? He has to do all the shopping. He has to pay all the bills. She's always trying to scab 20 quid off him for more food from the shop. It's tight. It is. No, right.
She said she's already been up and down the stairs 3 times today.
She's got like 5 steps to go down, Charlotte. I've got 12.
Well, take her to your house then.
Yeah, come on, Kate. Get up here. Yeah, do you want to come and do my housework, Caitlin? I'll chuck you the £5. Good girl. No,
and
tell
I'm
them
surprised
the truth, Caitlin. She does.
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I'm
this is the truth,
surprised
Charlotte. What, Charlotte? She locks her boyfriend in the flat when she goes out shopping, so he can't sneak off anywhere.
Wow.
That's the truth. Is it the truth, Caitlin? Get on that one, my poor Ryan. Me and Lee have to talk.
5 stairs.
Me and Lee go and call for him, and we have to talk through the letterbox to him.
Or Kaylee, you know what else they say? They say to eat a lot of spicy food.
She won't do it. She has had a curry, but not, and it was like probably the mildest curry ever, but she said it burnt her mouth out. She's had pineapple. She's been eating a lot. No, to be fair to her, she's been doing everything. I mean, yesterday the baby's head wasn't engaged. It is now, overnight. So, and she's just had a sweep. How many hours after the sweep? It can be anything, can't it?
I can't eat spicy food.
Oh, Caitlin, you need them waters to go, love. Once they've gone, get yourself to hospital.
Can they not break her waters?
Well, basically, no. Caitlin's booked in for Monday to start her off in the hospital. But she's had a sweep today to see if they can get her to go, naturally on her own without starting her off. So if she doesn't go herself now by Monday, then obviously they'll probably pop her waters. That's what they'll probably do. Pop her waters at the hospital on Monday and see if that'll bring the labour on. And that's horrible, Caitlin. That's a rod up your Virginia. Well, I have to say it in a nice way, don't I? You know, yeah. I am looking to rent a room. Anyone could tell me if you know anyone. Where's the Northwest? Where's the Northwest?
I'm in Southeast.
Are we Northwest, Caitlin? Where's Northwest? Oh, London. Oh, no, I'm Wales. Millie Dreams. I love her. She's in my live, Mill. I sent her a tenner, I did, the other week, bless her. I love Millie. She's, I think she's going to go on holiday, I heard her say yesterday. Julie, you keep pressing the box, darling. Hi, Mill. Oh, screenshot that, somebody. Millie's in my comments.
What? Open Art, are you serious?
What's that?
He's Open Art put taken seriously yesterday.
What,
a man almost attacked
you
him.
yesterday? Oh, God, she's Caitlin. Did you screenshot it?